Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and what do all of these locks have in common? Well, they are essentially identically the same lock. This is a Yale 1-star, it's a Yale 3-star Platinum, and these are the superior locks, so the Yale superiors. This is the Millennico Magnum, and they are absolutely in every way identical. I believe that the Yales are being made under license that actually Millennico Magnums, or it could be the other way around, I'm not sure. Please let me know in the comments. These are cutaways which were lent to me by GJ Locks, a wonderful locksmith. I'll probably leave a link in the description. And you can see here that they come in a number of different formats. You can see that we've got an external side and internal side to this one, and you can see that there are 5 pins on the internal side because you just don't need that level of security, while the external side here has 7 pins. This Millennico Magnum, however, has a full 9 pins, and this little 1-star, I believe, has 7 pins both sides. These gaps here are where the sidebar pins, these little sliders, sit, and essentially these are pins which sit horizontally at the top of the keyway. And if you look down here, if I find a little probe, you can just about make out just there one of the sliders. I'll see if I can get a better view of one for you. Nope, that's yeah. So if you look down there, you can see at the top here a row of these little slider pins. And if you look at the key, you'll see how it all works. So you have, this is a 7-pin variant, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you can see this little laser track here, and you have, and the pins themselves that sit in there, these little legs on these pins, they follow this track and they pull the sidebar pin or these little slider pins in and out by moving up and down the key as the key's inserted. So on this one, you got position 1, 2, 3, and 4 there. Interestingly, the key pins are configured a bit like that. So they aren't straight up, they are slightly angled. If you look down the keyway, you can just about make that out. Although when you're picking it by hand, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, I find. So yeah, I'm going to be picking this particular Yale. And in fact, I've already recorded the picking. The reason being is that it's actually quite a pain to disassemble. You've got to undo a screw here, and you've got to prise off this little collar, and that's because all the way down here is this hardened steel bar to stop anti-snaps. It's got a couple of anti-snap features. These snap breakaway parts here, so it will snap halfway down the cylinder if somebody tries to snap it, plus this kind of like extra strengthened bar here to stop the lock snapping in the center. Very cool. So that's one we're going to pick. And yeah, let's cut away and we'll pick and gut it. See you in a second. Okay, so we're going to tension this with just a standard Z bar. I'm going to reach over the top. It's not very realistic, but it does mean you can still see the front of the lock and my hand's not in the way. Black flag, there you go, just in to the keyway and just feel all the way down to the back, because I can't feel anything binding until I'm right at the back there. So little click. Keep going in. Pin 2, little click on 3, 4. Is it 4 there? Good. Oh, hit something on the way back there. Don't know what that was. It's probably pin 3 again. pin 6, pin 4, pin 1, can't quite feel anything there. I'm just going to go in with a little probe and give it a wiggle. Ah, yeah, there you go. I think the sidebar's now been set. See who needs to be set now. Pin 1, and we have an open. There we go. So not particularly hard pick these. I think you just got to take your time, use firm tensioning, and if you feel that there aren't any pins left to set, then try and attack those sidebar pins. And you don't need anything more really to attack those sidebar pins usually than and I'm just unzipping my case here, something like a snapped off pick, which you can get down the side of those sidebars and just give it a wiggle. The tolerances on the sidebars are really low, so I'd say 9 times out of 10 you'll be able to pick it just with a broken off pick like this. Okay, I'm going to spin up some music now, and I'm going to gut this, and I'll come back and I'll show you where we are in a second. Okay. Okay, so what we have here is pin 1 to 7, and just set this right way up. You'll see that the key pins are almost like a T-pin in shape, and that's so that they don't fall down into the pin chambers all the way. You'll see a little step. Can you see the little step inside? So that means that they won't, if they're short, fall out of the actual keyway. Kind of a neat design, and quite common in a lot of dimple locks. You can also see that we have an anti-bump pin here. Now this sits just actually it's wider than the other pins. You can see that. There you go, and it sits only partially in the keyway at the shear line, and is a nice anti-bump feature. Standard pins in 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. And a nice Yale double spool in 1. Then you've got tiny, teeny little springs. Why? Well, these Yale Superiors, they actually have a hardened steel anti-snap feature, which takes up quite a lot of the underside of the Bible. So you only have maybe half the height, so you only have little springs. Kind of cute, I think, anyway. In terms of the sidebar then, you'll notice that those sidebar pins, they slide in here and they rest against little springs. And if they're all aligned, if these gates, I'll show you a gate, are all aligned inside, so you've got the little slider there, that little slider, you see him? And you have the sidebar gate, and this will sit something like either that or that, and when you push it in, it'll fall in. But just look, the tolerances here are not great, are they? I'd say they're plus or minus like 50%. That's why you can rake these sidebars really, really, really easily. So there you are. That's the Yale Superior 1-star, plus all its little sidebar pins. Kind of a cool little lock. I do like it. I think it's actually particularly good value for money. Yeah, I think it's pretty neat. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.